closer so you can actually hear what I'm saying. How are you guys? I hope you guys are super well. Let me go live on the Facebooks, and we're gonna share it on the Facebook's groups as well. And so yeah, let's do that. Let's do this so that I know that that's happening. And yeah, we'll do that in a second because we have a little bit of delay and whatnot. So yeah, I hope you guys are super well. Let's go live now, and let's also share this on the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group, I would suggest that you go ahead and join. It's completely free to join. There's a lot of good info in there, and you get there by going to facebook.com and you search for digital marketing strategies for entrepreneurs, or you go to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. All right, and that's how you join. Now, the reality is that a lot of people have been joining and they haven't been completing the survey, because I have a couple of questions that I ask before I actually allow you in. It's basically, so that we can weed out some people, to be completely honest, number one. And also number two, the questions really help us out to craft the information that's going to be inside of the Facebook group to better serve you. And I have a team of highly trained ninjas whose sole task is to find out who didn't complete the survey. Not only they'll block you, but also they'll find you and they'll throw glitter at you while you're taking a shower. Okay, so I've hired these guys that they're really badass. They're from Japan, I think. And yeah, there's a lot of people having glitter bombs on the bath while taking a bath because of that. So go ahead, if you decide to join, go ahead and complete that survey. Okay, otherwise I'll need to unleash my ninjas upon you, and you don't want to do that. Anyways, welcome you guys. How are you? I hope that you are super well. And I want to share with you guys something really cool that happened yesterday, actually. After a quick workout that I had yesterday, I usually have, I'm mostly productive in the morning. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm mostly productive in the morning, but after a workout, like between 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. up until like 11 or 12 p.m., that's like my peak time. And then I have meetings in the afternoon because of that, because I want to dedicate every little ounce of productivity that I might have to the big complex tasks that I need to do. And then on the meetings are mostly discussions about stuff, right? And the reality is that, but then I have a quick workout at around 6 and 7 p.m. and before dinner, because here in Argentina we have dinner like later at 9 p.m. or something. And that usually gives me a little bit more juice, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of oomph, if you would, right? And yesterday, I went ahead and wrote an ad. And the ad, let me show it to you guys, because this is like still being proofread. Let me actually show you guys the screen. So here you go. This is actually still being proofread, all right? And I do all of my ads in Google Docs because at one point I made a mistake of making them in Word, and 1,500 words in an ad, it just crashes, and you don't want to do that. And the good news is that we can sneak peek Colin right here, who is taking over this, and we can see you, Colin. We can see you with the guys right here, and he's like proofreading this because I make a lot of grammar mistakes and I make a lot of stuff. Make a lot of mistakes and misspelling and whatnot. I put this through Grammarly, right, which is a tool that I strongly recommend you use. But then he polishes up and he makes up great work. But here's what I want to share with you guys. Let me share with you the word count. This is an actual ad, okay? This will go live on Facebook, I think today or tomorrow, depending on how fast Colin can turn this around. And it's a long ad, okay? It's an article. As you can see, it's an article. It's 1,700 words long, almost 1,800 words long for an ad. That's a lot. I think that this is like the longest ad that I've ever written, just because of the fact that I'm trying to be so helpful on the ad, right? I'm trying to be really helpful on the ad because of the fact that I've seen that this is working over and over and over again. So I wanted to be super helpful. Granted, you don't need to write these type of ads, okay? This is an article. I could literally put this on my blog and it will be an article. I needed to add a couple images and that's it. But this is an ad that I'm writing to promote my book. I'm going to tell you guys about my book in a minute. But this is an article, or I don't know how you put it, like an article or an article ad. Anyways, if you can figure out a name of this combination of article and advertising, I know it would be something like a, how we put it, like a, well, whatever goes in the newspaper, or you know, when you see this article, which is an ad, but this is for Facebook. So if you can figure out a way of naming this, just put it in the comments below and let me know, you know, how would you call this. But this is an actual way of doing stuff. This is an actual framework, and I'll share with you guys the framework. So go ahead and search for it on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, depending where you're seeing this, because this is an actual way of doing things. So I want to walk you guys through step by step this ad. And this is one of the things that I show on my book, Perpetual Profits, okay? So I talked about the pattern interrupt. On this case, it's just the word help. That's it. And then people will read it and would say, help, what is this guy talking about? And you might see this ad like launching, if I launch it today, and if it works, because I need to test it, I think it's gonna do pretty well, but I need to test it. But if it does do well at scale, I'm gonna start scaling it, right? So you might see this actually live. And if you do see this on Facebook, do me a favor. And if you're watching this live and if you see this on Facebook, do me a favor and comment on the ad when you see it and let me know that you saw it, all right? That would be pretty fun. So that's the first part in a wrap, help. Help. Now, is this guy asking for help? Is he offering help? Like, what is he doing? And then I start, you know, with the story and the general accusation. So for example, that's what people need more of. And if there are a couple of errors, Colin is working on that, okay? So that's what people need more of. Real help from real people that care about them. Help when it comes to reaching their goals. Help to wipe their tears and washing their frustrations away. Real, human, sincere, open, and honest help. And if you can provide that real, warm help that comes from the inside, you'll never go broke. You simply can't. It's impossible. Even if you wanted to, you'll never experience hunger ever again. So this is like the general accusation that I told you guys about, okay? Again, and if you haven't seen that ad, live stream or that video, go ahead and search it on YouTube. And it's like the best framework. I think it's named something like this. The best framework in 2019 to run ads. And then I go into, I segue into a story. It took me the longest time to realize this. Every time I talk to a potential client, I go in with the mentality of what's in it for me. So I go into the story, blah, blah, blah. And then the epiphany. So the epiphany changed everything. So, however, that totally changed one night, blah, blah, blah. And 4 years later, and several businesses growing 3 million per year, having helped almost 700,000 entrepreneurs find their path. It has allowed me to work for the biggest names in the industry and whatnot. And then I go into the actual content, create valuable content, put it on social media, retarget with a helpful offer. All right. And then I just say, hey, I hope this helps. If you want to know more about this, go get my book. And then I segue into the book, which I call, the name of the book is Perpetual Profits. And then I go about different things that you can find in the book. So these are bullets that you can find in the book. And these are all in there. This is a short book, but it's really good. It's really like juicy and meaty. I have a lot of testimonials that prove it, by the way, but you know, it's really juicy. But what I'm saying is that it's the framework, baby. The framework is pattern interrupt, general accusation, story, content, call to action. And if you think about it, maybe the beginning of the ad doesn't necessarily relate to the end of it in terms of, well, if you love this, here's my book, but that's all you need, right? And then I go into the actual call to action, which is hernanvazquez.com/book. It's not long, but it's packed with information. You need to do the work. If you don't want to do it, don't get the book. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Have an amazing day, Hernan. So as you can see, this is how you write a 1700-word article, and I'm excited to launch this because of the fact that I really want to test it to see how this works. Most of my articles are like, or rather ads, or however you guys want to name this. Most of my ads are like, you know, this long. I can write shorter ads, which is something that I've been split testing, but when you're doing images, this long form copy with images work really well. Again, go ahead and watch that framework because I explain it step by step with several other type of examples. So go ahead and check it out because it's pretty cool. All right. And if you really want to know how to do this, go ahead and get a copy of my book. It's called Perpetual Profits, and you can find it at perpetualprofits.net. So if you go there, you will find a page, you will find all of these bullet points in there, and there's a lot of good stuff. I'm even offering a free strategy session for everyone that purchases the book. There's a lot of stuff. We're opening a members area for book purchases. So, you know, where I'm trying to pack in as much value and over deliver as much value, because the book is like really inexpensive. It's $5. So it's really, really inexpensive. Here's Colin. Hey, Colin, let me see if we can bust his ass a little bit. Hey, Colin, you're live. Let me see if he responds. I don't know. Let me see if he responds. He might be on Slack. Hey, you're live. I'm testing him on Slack right now. Hey, you're live. Hey, bro, you're live. Anyways, yeah. I'm just, you know, get off his ass and let him work. Anyways, go ahead and get it. It's pretty cool, perpetualprofits.net. It'll show you how to create a really, really powerful marketing funnel that will allow you to not only get prospects into your funnel, sell them more stuff, but also get them repeating, buying from you, which is how you build a sustainable business. All right, so go ahead, get it, perpetualprofits.net. It's really inexpensive, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you. Bye.